Hello everyone and welcome back to another Figurehead Reviews video, and today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Sauron Wave Deadpool. Here we have Deadpool in the front window box with the Madcap alternate head there, the Deadpool name at the bottom, logo at the top. We get some cool artwork here on both sides, and on the back we get a product shot as well as all the other figures needed in this wave to complete the Sauron Build-A-Figure, and at the top we do have the read-up. So I didn't make the cut for the school super-mutant team, so what? I'm my own yellow-clad spandex-wearing most popular girl in school cheerleader. My mom would be so proud. And at the bottom we do have the UPC code, so you can check with your local retailer to see if they have this in stock. But enough about that, let's get this open and take a look at Deadpool. And here we have the X-Men trainee version of Deadpool out of the packaging with his katanas out in that little X formation there. And yeah, you know, like I said, a little bit of Deadpool fatigue. This is going to be another figure that we can do some more kind of comedic poses with him with the rest of the X-Men team. So there's some opportunity for some fun poses here. But with that being said, though, we're going to jump in, take a look at the gun and the katanas that come with this version of Deadpool, and then we're going to get a better look at the rest of the figure. So with our X-Men trainee, we do get two katanas that we've seen before, and in fact, we even seen in this wave. They are the same katanas as the Lady Deadpool one, which I showed in the Lady Deadpool video as well. So nothing new. We've seen katanas before. I get it. It's a signature weapon, so you know, it would seem kind of dumb to not include them. And then we get this blaster here, which, yeah, I think we've seen this before too. I don't remember where, and I'm not even going to look it up. I wanted to see if that part came off. But yeah, we've seen this blaster before. Nothing too crazy. And of course, he does have a trigger hand or trigger finger, but it's not really necessary because there's not really a trigger opening that would make it too difficult to get a trigger finger in there, but it does rest quite nicely on that trigger, so that is pretty cool. So taking a look at the Madcap head sculpt first, it's actually really cool looking. I'm not familiar with the character, but this head sculpt I could see being used for a lot of just really creepy type characters. But you know, it looks like the paint a little bit off on some of the teeth work there, a little bit off on the eye, but not too bad. He's got a little bit of a spot right there running through his eyebrow from the mold. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then he does come with a hat. The top of the hat you can see right there. And of course that just plops on and there you go. So I probably won't do much with this head sculpt that I can think of right now anyway. Like I said, I'm not really sure who Madcap is. I'd have to look into it. But of course then we do have the regular Deadpool head sculpt, which you just pop on and then nothing special. We've seen Deadpool before. And this particular one looks like I got a little spot to take care of there on the top of his head, but that's not too bad. And then he's still got his little Deadpool hood nub there. And boy, a lot of flashing there. That looks like that's a seam from the mold. That is not, yeah, that is kind of looks rough. But otherwise, yeah, not bad. Going down the rest of the figure, so the X-Men logo, let's see how that did. Slightly off out of the outside the lines there, so Hasbro having a tough time with coloring, but for the most part that's pretty solid looking. And the paintwork along the edges there, the yellow looks fine. I believe this is the same body mold as the 90s Deadpool. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it is because he's got the butterfly joints, and it's not the Spidey Pizza Spidey mold. It looks a little too bulky for that. Then he does have his holster for, of course, his katanas to fit in the back. You got the X logo on his belt, a lot of pouches. And he's got a little bit of red there, so we do actually get a hint of red. And he actually, under his belt, he has a red belt painted under there as well. And then going down, and then we get these guys, which we all love because they just, when you're posing, they get loose. So, yeah. But for the most part, it looks really, really good. I mean, it was a well-executed figure, just not a whole lot of complexity to it. And look at the scale on Deadpool here. We can see he's coming in just a shade under 6¼ inches tall. You got a head that can go side to side, can bury his chin pretty far, can look up, actually, yeah, can look up quite far. He's got shoulders that can come up, yeah, pretty good. He does have a butterfly joint on both shoulders, so he can go forward and backwards, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, hinge and rotation at the wrist. He's got an ab crunch that's pretty deep, can go back pretty far as well, but the sheaths there are kind of hitting it. He does have a waist rotation. Legs, boy, they don't come very far apart at all. Can kick forward, yeah, not bad. Kick backwards, not much. Upper thigh cut, that one's a little tough there. Double jointed knees, boot rotation, and then he does have a hinge and ankle pivot. And here we have all the figures in this wave, including the Build-A-Figure. We have the boxer shorts Deadpool, Bishop, Lady Deadpool along with Headpool, Wolverine, Omega Red, and then the X-Men suited Deadpool, and then Sauron in the back. And that is it for the review, you guys. Actually, I'm starting to see some more possibilities here with some comedic poses and things like that, especially with some of the rest of the X-Men. So I suppose it's not a total loss with this character. There is some fun to be had with them. The Deadpool fatigue is getting a little bit out there as I look at the rest of the figures here. You know, Lady Deadpool, the boxer shorts Deadpool, this Deadpool, and then I look over on my shelf and I got the X-Force Deadpool, the 90s Deadpool, the Juggernaut Wave Deadpool. As long as they can keep doing some really good costume variations, it should be okay. But as I mentioned, that is it for this review, guys. Make sure to hit that like button if you like this video. Make sure to subscribe for more content just like this. And aside from that, thanks for stopping by and have a great day.